All right. Yo, yo, yo. Sorry for the wait there. About to get started. We're live. All right, what's good? What's good? Markets are moving. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. We're going to get started now. Sorry for the little wait there. Gold with the big drops tonight. We've come down quite a bit in the last few hours. And yeah, I think we might be setting up for some buys. Probably going into the end of the week here. Thursday night, tomorrow, last day of the week. Yeah, big drop we've had here. Bearish pressure continuing down. Expecting a bounce, right? I'm expecting a bounce on gold. There's maybe a couple areas to keep an eye on as well. I'm in a small buy right now at the moment. We could get a bounce from like this area. We almost came down to 4,600. I had some buy limits at $4,600. Almost came down there. We could come to 46 or even a bit lower. There's like a couple areas maybe to keep an eye on gold. That 4,600 area. So $4,600. We've come dropping fast there. Close to it. Going to be keeping an eye on that area, 4,600. Maybe we can get some reactions around there. Other area to be keeping an eye on would be like a bit lower here, where you can see we've had like this down candle, and from that down candle we went up. So that could be another area to keep an eye on as well, that the price could be heading towards on gold. We do have London session later and New York session tomorrow, so still even time if it does want to go down to that next zone, which is on that down candle. You have a red candlestick there and a move up. So yeah, we do got some pretty rapid price movement on gold here. Falling. You could wait still. Like, I'm in a small trade right now. I do think we could even potentially go down to 4,600 or lower, but this is a pretty big drop. We'll probably get a retracement today. Back up. And then even like from there, potential area to watch if the market like retraces back up into that area. Broke out. If we get a retracement back to that area, could be an area to keep an eye on as well when price gets there. We'll probably retrace back to there once this is done. So I think like tonight, watching for like those buys, or tomorrow morning, maybe watching for those buy setups, retracements. But yeah, we have an area down here where you can see gold went bearish. And then we pumped up. So markets do look like they could even come down to here. So like be prepared. That's around like 45.80, 45.75. Red candlestick. We really left there. Now that's an area we could try to come back and like fill. Around 45.75. Yeah, so price could try to come back to there. Right now, you're coming down like daily 4,600. Looks like gold did come to 4,600 this week. Missed out on that. Now, like daily right now, touching this area. So like right now, if like 4,600, it's like an area you could potentially get bounces from. right? You have the high here and structure on the daily time frame. Yeah, looking like two areas gold could react from. You have that area there on the daily we've come down to, which is around 4,600. Right now we're just kind of hovering above 4,600. Or like on the 4 hour, when you break it down to 4 hour, this area here. So I'm expecting a retracement. Like we fell, made this low, retracement back up potentially to the area that we broke out of. We broke out of here. This is one area we could potentially start that move from, or if not from here, lower the next area. I mean, if you're looking for continuations, it's potentially even from like there. If market goes back up, if we get that retracement. Yeah, like if you can get that retracement, back up. Not that you have to look for the buy, but you could even wait, watch that area. Market could possibly retrace back to that. I mean, that doesn't even have to be today or tomorrow. Like, what if that's even next week, right? This area, support that we broke underneath, we could potentially come back into that area even. That could be an area to monitor, keep an eye on if this is going to try to keep going for like a continuation down. Yeah, like with the move that just happened, like there's like a bit of a, like you could get like a bounce from here. It's a daily area. We've come down pretty strong. We're trading into this daily high here. So you could get like a potentially a bounce from here. $4,600 didn't get tapped. I was actually like watching gold fall and I was like, oh, can this go to 4,600? That would be a whole number. So like came super close. You could still watch for that. Like I'm not personally like looking for sells after the move that just happened. I literally had to sell up here on gold. Closed it when it dropped. So like this morning I had to sell on literally this candlestick. So on the live stream I did this morning. So yeah, literally I'm not gonna be selling down here. Potentially looking for that like more of that retracement up in these later hours. Maybe London session, New York session tomorrow too. So just kind of eyeing out for the buys right now. I'm in a small trade on gold at the moment. We could still come down 46. So it's like that first area. I have one area here I'm keeping an eye on. This is just like a scalp, trying to see if it bounces here. If it goes to 4,600, I'll monitor this area, like this area again, and probably take a different trade, close this trade. It's not that big of a position. I'm not risking 1% of the account on this trade. So like many traders say, you know, 1% risk. So like if you're looking at a trade like this, you know, the standard rule is, you know, risk 1% per trade, right? A lot of traders abide by that. I don't have to do that in every situation. If I'm day trading scalping, like this position, that would be, I'm not gonna risk 1% on this. If it goes to $4,600, I'm gonna be down. Not that much, real, like in comparison to 1%. Well, instead of saying I'm gonna risk 1%, I'm gonna position myself where I'm not having 1%. 1% would be like holding a stop loss still down here, right? By then, it's like I could close a trade minus 500, minus 400, minus 600, minus 700. If it doesn't play out, I can keep an eye on my zone, keep an eye on my area, and see if there's still like reason to enter in this area, right? As my first area. Okay. Not gonna risk 1% because then if I lose, if I were to lose that trade, it'd be like, okay, next trade, right? 'Cause there's potential. Like I said, when I trade, at times I think of also like, okay, price could go to another zone. There's another area I have highlighted that I know, okay, could have a reaction as well. So I want to be prepared for that and bear that in mind as well. I think buys like, I mean, most of the week came down. I thought this week was going to be more bullish. Yeah, we come down all week. Well, today was a big day. Slowly, gradually came down. If you held sells this week, if you just held like swings, sells, good stuff. I had 2 sells this week that, well, I had a sell here. Closed it live, and I took a sell. I took 2 sells live on stream. One today, one yesterday. Both of them were good entries for the time. Like I took a sell here for the time. It was a good entry. I got out. And then again this morning, could have held that. That would have been a ridiculous trade for the lot size. Yeah, so like daily area, keeping an eye on that. Or that 4-hour area on gold. Daily area is pretty much around $4,600. Yeah, gold finally moved. Like it was up here for a while. Silver came down a lot. Oil's pumping. There you go. Dollar's strong. Like dollar ripped up today. So yeah, basically two areas on gold that I'm watching tonight, or even like going into tomorrow morning. Always pops up when shit's about to happen. Had a nice bounce last night at 11:45 p.m. That is true if you've been tapped in for the last year. Oh man, I try to at least. Like I've tried. That's why I'll do that. I'll pop up randomly. Try to pop up when it's like when just okay, something's happening. Maybe there's a setup, something to talk about. Yeah, big move. I was just watching it. I was watching price just come down the last couple hours, just chilling. Last night, big bounce last night. Yeah, well, let's see here. I wasn't engulfing candle last night. Yeah, last night here. Yeah, you got strong candle there last night. Not as big of a move. It was a big move. So we got like this move down. Market consolidated. Next move down. I thought it was holding here until I saw like this morning. This morning it looked like a sell. Yeah, like this move, we got a pretty strong move down here. And yeah, we just made like another move down. Pretty strong. When you get like drops like this, fast drops like this on gold, and you're not in them, and you're just watching the market, staying patient, bounces like this around the right zones, because gold's pretty reactive. It almost hit 4,600. It's pretty reactive, like getting bounces like this on gold, like quick little bounces. When you've been there long enough, when you've seen these drops, because gold will drop fast quite a bit. Like there can be hours of it dropping fast, and when it's dropping, it's usually faster than how it goes up. Yeah, last night someone pointed out, yeah, 21, 22, 23. Okay, that's last night. Yeah, there was a strong engulfing candle last night, and then price just held, but a lot of wicks here. If you go on the 4 hour, I was talking about it in the morning. There was like a lot of wicks here on the 4 hour chart here. I was talking about that this morning. So it didn't look like strong enough to be like, okay, bullish, super bullish up here. I took a sell when it looked like this candle was flipping. Like you have wick rejection in there. I mean, wicks are important depending on like what side they are, where they're coming from, right? The longer the wick, I mean, early sign of potential rejection in the market. I mean, this is like, you gotta remember, I'm trading like 11 years now, so like I've been trading gold for a while. You can see how we dropped down the last couple of hours. We came near 4,600 daily area. Gold's reactive to just support and resistance. So when you look at like the daily area, line chart helps. Maybe it's pretty reactive. Like if you look at this line chart here to the left, so it's like bounces, like support and resistance works a lot on gold because it's highly traded. Like that's a daily area, that high there, that resistance that was made there. I mean, this is just one candle. It could like flip. Like this would be getting in as early as possible in a sense of like buying the dip. And like I have experience obviously, so like I know how to manage my trades. It could turn into something like this that shifts this candle. If you break it down to the 2 hour, you can see the 2 hours starting to turn green. So it's like if the 2 hour closes bullish, that's a good sign, like a better sign when you're like trying to buy the dip. 1 hour is flipping bullish right now. If the 1 hour closes bullish, I have to watch this kind of closely then, because it's like, okay, the 1 hour closes bullish 5 minutes from now. The next 1 hour, I have to understand like what the next hour could do likely. And that comes from like experience, being in trades like this a lot. So 1 hour is flipping right now. We say flipping, right? The 1 hour candle right now is flipping at this moment. If it closes bullish, I gotta think in terms of like probability, like what could the next 1 hour candle do? And then start to even break it down to smaller time frames and see what's happening there. Like if this closes bullish, it's not the strongest rejection candle. 4 hours forming a wick. Now, that's not everything right now. Does this come off as aggressive? No, I don't think so, because it's repetitive in gold's nature, if you understand gold. Might come off as aggressive if you don't understand gold, you don't watch gold a lot. I have years and years and years and years of trading gold. Okay? So this hour candle, since it's going with my bias, it closes in a couple minutes. The next 1 hour could maybe even wick down. Like I have to understand, okay, the next 1 hour I really would want to go up. Like I don't have to be emotionally or like financially, whatever it may be, I don't have to be attached to this trade forever in terms of time. Like really, I could dictate it on what happens in the next hour after this candle closes. Like, okay, if the next candle goes up, that's good. That's okay. I have a solid trade. I've held it for 2 hours. If it goes down, if the next candle looks iffy, if it shows me some price action I don't want to see, doesn't look like it's gonna go up, I could try to close the trade and see if there's another confirmation or a better confirmation to kind of wait for in the same area. Because like a candlestick, when like see like this hour, it would be like me being on that candle up there, right? I'd really want the next candle to go up in 30 minutes to that out, like 30 minutes of it opening would be good to see, you know, from when it opens, pushing in the direction, right? If you're getting in trades, in and out of trades throughout the day, you don't always have to think in terms of an infinite stop loss, right? It's like, okay, if you can squeeze an entry in on something, you're scalping, you're day trading, right? You can think in terms of time too, because it's like, okay, this trade's active on this candlestick. Next candlestick's either going to go up or down, right? Realistically speaking. So it's like you just want to be neutral in terms of that time. It's like, okay, if in 30 minutes, let's say this candle closes bullish, it looks like it's going to. It looks like it's going to close bullish. Maybe in some seconds here. If it does, I could say, okay, I maybe have a reason to hold the trade for the next 30 minutes on the next candle or an hour. That's how like I'll go about some situations when I'm in a trade. If like I'm in a specific trade or at an entry, it's like I did that the other day here on this candlestick. I was buying live on this candlestick on a live stream. I was taking buys. And I was saying the same thing I'm actually saying right now with that candlestick. I was saying literally like, okay, got this candle active, trade was active on that green candle. I was saying I'm going to hold this for 30 minutes. If the next candle goes up in the 30 minutes, all right, I'll hold it. I got a good trade, and it did exactly that. I said if it goes down in 30 minutes, I'll close the trade. So it doesn't always have to be like I got to hold this till my stop loss. Because that's like you'll hit a lot more stop losses than you need to, or you'll hit a lot of full risk. Like let's say your stop loss is here or something here. Or let's say you're risking 1%, whatever it may be, right? It's like, I could say, like, because in terms of probability with the amount of trades you take, if you're day trading, you're taking positions every day, it's important to have some critical thinking like this at times. So you're not emotionally attached to every trade. And you understand, okay, there's going to be an outcome or not. It's going to go up or down. That candle closed bullish, right? The candlestick that I entered on closed bullish, right? So this candlestick just opened. I could say, okay, I'm going to hold this for 30 minutes and see if this candlestick can give me a push in that 30 minutes, right? 20, 30 minutes. Ideally, that's what like should happen. Like the more you're in situations like this or trades like this, like ideally that is like what should happen. If you're getting a concrete confirmation, a rejection candle, we'd want it to kind of act sooner than later. Right? In a sense of time, because it's like, okay, this candle has 1 hour, right? If in the next 30, 40 minutes, it doesn't really do much. It doesn't give a push. It's like, okay, that critical thinking can just come in. Or it's like, I don't have to be like full risk, like hold this trade forever. Like it could be a 30-minute trade. It could be, the trade could be done in 40 minutes, right? From now. And in 40 minutes it could move. With gold's nature, like when you're in like positions like this where the market's dumped, like gold's nature, it reverses a lot, right? There's a lot of different shifts on gold's chart. It shifts and turns a lot. It'll shift and turn a lot, right? Like here, here, here. So you have these shifting points that happen a lot on gold all through the day. Here, small one right now, could turn into a bigger one, right? So I like in these hours, like it's like a scalping entry more so. Like in these hours, it's I gotta think like London. Like, you gotta think like London session's still coming, New York session tomorrow. So in these hours, it's like when you're getting a trade like this, market's going down. It's good to think in terms of more like scalping, not trying to like, okay, I gotta swing this up, and it's gotta be this trade has to go like hundreds and hundreds of pips. Because if it's really gonna do that, if it's really gonna go up hundreds and hundreds of pips, the next hour is kind of like dependent on that. I think in these types of situations when you just have a candlestick rejection, right? This is a rejection candlestick, just a small green one. I did think it was gonna. That's why I took the trade. I did think it was gonna flip here. I was like, so when you have like support and resistance areas marked on the chart, watching for these candles, there's areas of interest because gold can be overextended at times. Right now it's overextended. That's why it's kind of bouncing up. Overextended looks like something like this. Something that's really pushed up. This is overextended here. And then it went into like even more. Or like oversold. So yeah, rejection candles can pretty much like happen. I'll go to trading view for a minute. It's like a bit more clear on here. So if you look at the shifting points, okay, it's like different shifting points. I'm just gonna mark just what's clear to me, you know. They might not be all clear, but there's just different points of shifting, right? They all reject at like some point, right? Different areas. Some of them might reject at like a low. Like here you have a low. You see rejection there. All these shifting points, you can see like a time where like, you know, something really kicked in, like these cells up here. Or the buys down here, right? So you have like when you look at the line chart, you can see these shifting points. They all stop at some point. They pause. The market pauses. The market bends. It turns, right? So you can see, I think the candle's going up a bit, right? So in terms of like timing your trades, understanding like probability, it's like, okay, this candle's going up now. It's been active for 6 minutes, this candlestick. Time will tell, like, and it's like the more you're in trades like this, you gotta think after 10 years, I've been in a lot of trades like this. So like I'm always willing to bet on my execution, my time, right? So I lean more into the time. I'll say, you know, I'm going to hold this for 30, 40 minutes, see how the hour goes. Not with the expectancy that it has to go hundreds of pips. It could just rip up in the next hour, right? I've been in situations like that where I literally take a trade, I reject, like, and it goes just rapidly up, right? If you're looking at like taking profit at points, it's like that's where you got to go to a smaller time frame, right? Because like that's where you're gonna see like, okay, like a resistance on a smaller time frame, like here or up here. It's like if I was looking to maybe capitalize on how far could it go in the next hour or so, like, right? Like not trying to aim for hundreds of pips, but you have like a resistance here on the 5 minutes tapping into, then you have another like resistance up here. So you could break up between that area, right? To be like a bit more like realistic. Fluctuating. But yeah, like the hour, you can see how like the candle opened. It went down first. So I was actually teaching this the other day, but the candle went down first. Now it's pushing up. That's like scalp. If you're a scalper, that's like scalping 101 right there when you get a rejection candlestick. Often when a candle opens, it's gonna come down into the previous candle before going up or down. But yeah, back to this, like these shifting points, they all pause at some point. So when you're looking at the chart, you gotta look at like when price rejects, where it rejects, because when you're looking at the shifting points like here, most traders suck at timing their trades. They don't wait for this like simple price action, which is like a rejection candle. So you can see a clear like shifting point there on gold, or up here. So what I mean by shifting point is like a reversal, a turning point, all right? Most traders get in before these candles even form, right? You have like different points where the market shifts, turns, changes its direction. So yeah, gold moves a lot, like in terms of like price shifting, going up, down, up, down, up, down. So when you're looking at candlestick rejection, you can see all of these points like here. What do you have? Rejection. All right. You even have a long wick there. All right, you even have a long wick. Up here, same thing, rejection candlesticks. Down here, so this is just a simple thing that most traders don't even master. They kind of like skip past this stuff. This is a simple concept to understand. It's repetitive though in nature. It's not always going to be the same, right? All the time, but it's repetitive in nature. Behavior, characteristic, shifting points, turning points, rejection candlesticks. Very simple 101 basic stuff that you can actually master on the chart because it's there, it's repetitive. The candles are there. There's lots of candles that form in the day or on the 1 hour chart, right? So when you're looking at, again, here, the shifting point, market breaks down, makes a lower low. Here's a shifting point. They both have a rejection candle. Of time, it's like a time, or it's like a candle I could have entered on, one that's rejecting, and I could have said, okay, let's see how the next hour goes, right? Now I'm talking about this because if you go on one of the live streams, like I said earlier, I did this live here on this candlestick right there, this green one. And took a trade on that candle, and I said, okay, rejection candles happening here. Let's see how the next hour goes. Doesn't always have to be like trying to hold things for 5-10 hours overhold. It could be if you're getting a confirmation that looks good, solid, and you've been patient, market's made a good move, down or up. These candles that pause, these candles that reject, here's a strong rejection candle right there. But even before that, you have a couple candles that pause. I mean, that would have been a hard one to catch because it just pumped up, unless you were using just whole numbers. So yeah, like here, I mean, with timing, it's like it could be a good scalp. Like I don't have to think this is gonna just swing. If this candle closes stronger, it's, you know, like a better reason to say, okay, I could hold longer, because then that might be like the 2 hour as well. This is where you scale up to the 2 hour. What's the 4 hour doing? This is the 4 hour at the moment. Where it becomes like a stronger confirmation is on the 4 hour candle, especially being low. Like the last four, like if you look at the 4 hour, it's dropped a lot. So like right now, see how the 4 hour one candle, it still has 2 hours and 47 minutes remaining. That's where it's like, okay, if I was looking at this from more of a swing point now, like it's the 4 hour, I'd want the 4 hour to close stronger. Then it's like, this could probably push up more. If the 4 hour closes stronger, it's more likely there. you got the 1 hour closing bullish, but we have bearish momentum. Right? So it's like I start with in situations like this. I'll use the 1 hour. I won't just look at the 4 hour and be like, okay, I gotta hold the 4 hour, because the 4 hour still has time. Almost 3 hours left on this. Simple way to scalp gold though, like just wait. You have to wait for these moves to happen. Like if you're not in sells or you're not catching buys, like when it's pumping. If you're not in the buys when it's really, really pumping, you almost just gotta let it keep going without you at times. If you're not in the sells when it's dumping, you kind of just sometimes, like that's how I'll trade a lot. Like if I didn't catch like the buy lower, I'll say, okay, I missed out, and I'll let price do what it's gonna do until it gets like overextended, right? Until it reaches that really overextended. That's why his patience is involved to get to maybe moments like this where it's like, okay, maybe it's a better entry. You're not just chasing the dip. Like you're not just chasing the dip when you see one candle drop, immediately. Chasing the dip when you just got like all these candles dropping, like buying. That's how I look at like trading with gold. Like this dropped for like the last like 4 hours. So like letting moves happen. If you're not a part of them, like obviously I wasn't part of sells, but I was recognizing, okay, I missed it. I'm just gonna let it keep dropping until it looks like candlesticks are rejecting, flipping. You could break it down like even to the 30-minute here. Like right now I'm on the 30-minute. I'll do this. Hyper liquid. Oh snap, yo. Hyper liquid. Anyone see that? Hyper liquid, yo. I mean, like if you look at these charts, let's do this. Oh man, look at that color theme right there. That's nice. Let's even put 15. Let's check 15. I wasn't even looking at 15. So yeah, like here you can see the 30-minute rejected. That was like, if you're looking at scalping early signs, like this dumped, most traders would be, jumping in the buy after seeing this type of candle, right? That's not where you want to be jumping into the buy. Is when you see a candle like that. You see a candle like that, it's better to let price just keep doing its thing for a bit, stay extra patient. Yeah, like gold's been going in waves down. You can see rejected here, moved up, sells continued. If you look at the 30-minute, you had like a rejection on the 30-minute here. And then now the 1 hour rejected. So when you're trying to like scalp moves, like 30-minute can be a handy time frame to get an early sign of rejection. That could even go at the 1 hour. Yo, hype is hyping right now. Anyone see that? Anyone into crypto? Some of you guys should be. Yeah, hype's hyping right now. This thing's had a big day, big 2 days, yo. This coin's been doing well. This has been a well-performing coin. If you look at the state of crypto, good performance this coin's been having. If you're in the inner circle for some months now, and even if you've been on these streams for months, like I've talked about it. If you've studied it, I've told you guys to study this too. I've told you guys study it, research it. I've even told you guys ask ChatGPT questions about it, do your research, like study it. Back when we were in like the 20s, so back I was talking about this in January, February. Heck, I even posted something in Telegram a while ago. I've been talking about this coin. Like if you look at the whole ecosystem of crypto right now, the whole crypto market, most things are down, but if you look at this is one coin that's actually kind of overperforming compared to like everything else. Most things. There's a few like this. There is a few like this here and there. Pretty sure January, yo, I was literally like back in January talking about this. I remember when it was like $22, $26, all the way to $28. Kept talking about it. If you've been here consistent, it's a good sign. Like the market, like crypto's not bullish, but it's a good sign seeing a coin like this. Because when the market actually goes bullish, this thing will probably really perform well then. It's kind of what you look for, even in stages where a market like crypto's down. In stages where the market's down, you can find coins like this that show you a little bit of that. Okay, this thing is performing. Interesting. And I've said that same thing I was saying back in January. I've been saying the same thing. I'm repeating myself about it's the same conversation we've had months ago. Loading. See what you guys are saying in the chat. What are you guys saying in the chat? Type in the chat. What are you guys saying in the chat? You guys awake? What are we doing? Good trading's boring, by the way, sometimes. Tomorrow should be an interesting day. Next week, May's an okay month. May's been all right for me. Not like anything crazy. Consistency's key. We had the 400. Yeah, see, like for example, 20 minutes. Now look at the candle. It's flipping bearish at the moment. Still has 40 minutes remaining on it. I was gonna send a signal if we hit 46. If we hit $4,600, I think I would have sent a signal at 46. I even got the proof. I even got the proof here. Do I? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah. Oh, I did. No way. Started talking about hype when it was at, I'm telling you, $26. This is back in January. This is literally back in January. So we've been talking about this coin. It's an interesting coin. Despite the whole, like Bitcoin's been going up, but if you look at this coin, this thing's gone up like a much greater percentage. Even today, look at the day. It's hyping. Yeah, see, candle slipping. I might just close this trade. Wait for a better entry. Gotta see where we finish the week off. We still got London session loading. Let's see if it finishes bearish like that. It still has 40 minutes, but like if the candle finishes bearish, might close it, reposition, wait for a better entry or timing, even London session. We might do another stream tonight. We might take a little break. We'll see what gold does in the next like 40 minutes. Probably gonna come back later, London session tonight. And then we'll be live New York session. Make sure you're on New York session tomorrow as well. If you miss London session, I'm probably gonna be live later too, just to check out the market, timing, London session, when London session opens. We're in late Tokyo. I like these later hours for like working and even looking at the charts. I like London session. Yeah, we had a little reaction there. Scalp, like I said, the better, like it's like a scalp trade for me. Might close it off. Candles flipping. Wait for a better entry. Either London session or New York session. Like I said, in 2 zones. I think I removed the zones. Basically 2 areas watching on gold right now. One is like this daily area here, which is right around $4,600. And then other area would be the 4-hour down here. On the down candle, you have a nice down candle there. Swings up, bam. Okay, I got a nice down candle there. You can see huge push up from that candle. So that could be like, I think like if gold doesn't hold the daily area, the first area that I marked out, then that's an area I would probably try to come to. So I'm not going heavy risk in this area yet. In case like London session, there's a different entry in the same area, or potentially this area. We'll see, but we'll see. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Sometimes good trading is boring, especially when you're on it consistently every week, every day. Like if you're treating it full time, right? Showing up every day consistently. Sometimes the job is just boring. It is what it is. It's not always just meant to be like crazy exciting. And every trader has like different phases, different streaks, different results, right? Not every trader is having the same results. Every trader is kind of different through maybe different times of the year, different months, different seasons, different seasonalities. Sometimes more aggressive, sometimes more conservative. You might have a 3 months, I've had like 3 month runs, like where I've made more in like 3 months than I did trying to like trade all year at sometimes. Like there's been periods where I did like 3 months just straight, boom, 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 executing. And then the 4th month, it was kind of like dry, not as much, not getting those same exact results. That's like normal for every trader. You'll go through like the year, you'll go through like probably different phases of that through the year. Maybe from January, let's say the start of the year to January, you'll probably have like phases where you just like explode more than others, where it's kind of like maybe up and then all right for some months. Like you might explode for like a 3 month phase or a 2-3 month phase, and then 1 month it's like, oh, you're not getting the same results, or trend changes, market's moving differently. Or maybe just on it, maybe the way you were on it with your energy too, your risk. So like I like to lock in at periods of times for like 2-3 months. Like I like to take a good risk on like every couple months, fund a good size account, go hard for like a 2-3 months phase. Because in 2-3 months, like if you can have like a good 2-3 months, solid execution, solid discipline, solid locked in, solid strategies, trading strategy, if that 2-3 months is effective, it can make up time for like how much you don't need to always be on it, right? Like if you, let's say you start January with 2K or something, you start January with $2,000 in an account. Your goal is to take it to 20K in 3 months. That's possible. With the right execution, right discipline, patience, you could lock into 2-3 months. You could do a 2-3 months locked in. As much like hours as you would put in and like as the normal person would put in like 6 months to a year. And that 2-3 months, you take the risk. You have that risk. It's like, okay, 2K is my risk or something. 2-3 months, I'm risking 2K. Like my balance is 2K. I'm gonna start off with X amount risking per trade. right? Until you build some profit. Like the goal is to build some profit first. And like the first week or two, the first 2 weeks, build some profit up, right? Try to double the account and then go from there, lock in. Like it's just about execution, strategy. Seasons will come where you can lock like the charts, like there's trends that form. There's strong trends that will form through different times of the year. Strong trends that will be obvious that will form through the year. Even on different things like the stock market right now. I wish I was trading freaking indices because they've literally just been buys every day. Instead of like maybe like half-assing it through the whole year, take 2-3 months to lock in with a strategy, with a discipline, with a risk. Pick some times to do that, like September to October, September to November, or like August, September. It could be like August, September, October, those 3 months. That type of time frame, type of picking a time where it's like, okay, I'm going to seriously lock in. This is my risk in this timeline. I'm going to start with 2K, something like that. I'm going to look for the right trades, the right setups, be patient, put in time. I've seen people in 2-3 months with the right execution, right mindset, right patience, from just stuff I've taught through mindset, do a lot. And I mean, you'll probably gain more experience in that 2-3 months than you would in 12 months. Just by applying yourself. You probably would in 2-3 months of like seriously locking in, you'll gain more experience than the average person would in a year. Really, half-assing it, showing up here and there. That's one thing to get. That's like one thing, like you have to recognize about yourself too. Like how much can you work? How disciplined can you get? How much hours can you put in every single day? Have you found that yet? Like what is your ability? What are your capabilities? Have you found that yet? Or are you just half-assing through the year? Like, have you found your limit? Have you found the farthest you can go? Have you put yourself through the best, the worst? Have you put yourself through enough? Right? Have you really applied yourself? Because if you actually like seriously apply yourself for a 2-3 month period, you can gain, like really you take on the risk. You take trades, you take setups, and you lock in serious hours, commitment. You'll gain real raw experience in 2-3 months than most people will in years. Okay? The first thing is understanding you're taking the risk. So that's out the way. Because you don't want to be emotionally attached to the money. When you're investing, when you're trading, whatever it may be. You seriously just want to understand the risk, whatever it may be. If you really want to like cut the learning curve, you got to lock in for 2-3 months straight. Every day, lock in different times, different sessions. You'll gain in that 2-3 months of experience, right? Well, again, what a lot of people can't even gain in years: knowledge, information, experience, right? Especially if you're locked in with someone like me for that 2-3 months, okay? Someone who's done that. I've been 11 years. I have a lot of knowledge, experience already. That's how you cut your learning curve. If you really want to cut the learning curve, you can watch videos all day. You could spend a year watching videos all day. You could spend the next year watch a video. You could watch YouTube videos, TikTok streams all day. Like, but if you really lock in for like 2-3 months, apply yourself with a strategy and take trades, like fail, learn. That might sound bad, but I'm not always trying to be your friend here, you know. I'm trying to be your coach, all right? Not always trying to, be a friend in the situation here. I'm trying to teach you guys things. So you have to lock in, commit, right? That's what you got to do. Serious hours. You got to fail. So that might sound bad. That's what I mean. I'm not trying to say things that sound good all the time. You have to, in that 2-3 months, you got to fail. You might fail. You might make some mistakes, execute them things early, wrong, but that's how you really apply yourself. Take on the risk, $500, $1,000, something. You start and you say, okay, this next 2-3 months, I'm locking in. All right. That's the blueprint right there. That's a blueprint right there. Easy one. Most people sit around scrolling, watching movies, chilling, going out, entertaining themselves. By the end of the year, they won't even apply themselves that hard. 2-3 months. And I mean, how much can you do? That's what I mean about, like, what are your abilities? Can you do 5 hours a day? Can you do 6 hours a day? Can you do 8 hours a day? Can you do 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day? How many hours can you do? Because if you think about it, you could put 1 hour a day into the markets, right? For the whole year. Or you could go hard in that 2-3 months. 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, 8 hours a day in that 2-3 month period, right? You'll compound so much more hours in that 2-3 months that you just choose. You decide, okay, this 2-3 months I'm going hard. Doesn't have to be now. It could be in July. It could be August. By the end of the year, at least by December, because December is not all. This December was actually pretty decent to trade, like the first half. Actually, I was banging it out. Actually, December. You pick that 2-3 months where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to compound my knowledge, right? I'm really going to compound the experience, where in 2-3 months I'm going to gain years of experience. Not in a year I'm going to gain mediocre experience. Because most people, they look at the year like, okay, I'm going to spend a year trading. But if you're spending 1 hour a day, 5 days a week on the charts, you got like 30 out. You got X amount of hours per month, right? If you really want to compound those hours faster, 2-3 months, go hard. After that 2-3 months, go back. Take a break, right? Maybe you take a breather, reset, recover. But that's how you'll really learn. That's how you'll really learn. Stock market's been buys New York session like every day from the looks of it. New York session's been bullish like on everything. And then sells down. This candle dumped. New York dumped and then buy. There's been some big buys on stock market, US 30, big buys every morning, like literally New York session all week. This morning reversed, coming into you've had a lot of bullish movement, a lot of sessions, a lot of New York sessions. Literally, man, I should have been trading this. A lot of New York session moves, just New York session moves up to this point. Yeah, same times, like around the same times, clear like buys coming in. That's what y'all gotta do if you want to level up. Because knowledge is everything. They say knowledge is key. Applied knowledge. So it's gonna change your life. Watching motivation all day means nothing if you never execute. Experience is just gonna come from putting yourself in real situations over and over again. All right. If you haven't had a breakthrough yet, if you haven't had that breakthrough yet, like I've taught a lot of people over the last year, and I've helped a lot, hundreds and hundreds of people experience breakthroughs over the last year, right? Just by thinking differently. So your current results are usually like a reflection of your current mindset as well. Like, you don't have to keep your thoughts always so big and think so much. Like, you can keep your thoughts small so your actions just stay consistent, neutral, small, same execution. But like, your results could be also a reflection of your habits. Are you in that like right zone? So your results could be a reflection of your habits. Like, are you in that right zone? Are you motivated, or are you waiting to like feel motivated type of shit? So habits, routine. How to build better habits, routine. That's about routine. So like the 2-3 months thing I'm talking about, right? You'll probably find more like self-awareness going hard like that in a 2-3 months period, right? If you feel like you've been going hard and you're not getting the results, maybe there's things you need to tweak, right? If you've been putting in the hours, you've been putting in the commitment, maybe you're just not applying it properly. If you feel like you have the knowledge already, you have the information. A lot of traders know most of the information, right? You might just not know what like patience might look like, or just mindset. Most of it's like psychology too. Gold still holding that trade. It's still in that zone. It's still holding. I'm still in it. I didn't close it yet. 1 hour is still. So when I'm in a trade, I like to just go on rants. You know, little rants here and there. All right. We present. I'm at work making money while making money. Look at that, yo. You guys see that? You guys see that? Chainlink is so undervalued. I have Chainlink. I've been a Chainlink holder, my friend. Jalen, yo. Chainlink, yo. Man, I haven't been. Man, the news. I've talked about Chainlink a lot. I don't know if you've been on sessions where I've talked about it. The news that I used to talk about. I haven't kept up with Chainlinks, but I'm a holder to Chainlink. Like, I'm a big holder in Chainlink. There's a lot of things that you could argue to say that are undervalued. The Chainlink ecosystem. I mean, if it wasn't for Chainlink, there's a lot of things working off of Chainlink, like I remember last year we were always talking about it. That's one of those coins that are in the, like, when you're looking at coin market cap. For a lot of these coins that have been around, like the chart, it's at a fair value. Like, it's come down. Like, you look at most coins are down here, to be real. So when you actually look at Chainlink, like, there's a lot of coins that are literally at their like bottoms. Like, literally, like, you go to like top 100 coin market cap. Outside of that, a lot of coins are like at their bottoms, pretty much, it looks like. I think Chainlink, I was saying this when it was at like $15. I remember, like, here I was saying this. Even now it's at 10. It's not like it's like, here we have what, 5? Compared to other coins, still like $10. There's coins that are like in the cents, pennies. Like maybe there's some fair value there still. Cheaper. I mean, we've been to 40. Chainlink could be like a $100 coin, like $90, $100 coin one day. As long as it stays strong, as long as crypto keeps developing, growing. I mean, I think it'd be one of those coins that would survive. Like, I don't think all crypto coins are gonna survive, right? There's gonna be the strong ones, so that's why I always look from the top down. I think it's one of those ones that will be like a strong coin in the future. I'm a big holder, and like I've been holding, like I have a good amount of Chainlink, like a good amount. So for me, it's big in my portfolio. Like it came down to 10. Like think about it. We went in a bear market. Like it's bear market totally, like a bear market. That went 74%. Has to rebound back up to those highs. Like it would go back to the highs. That's needless to say. If you're looking for those types of gains, like, you know, that's something that's obviously more likely. Those types of gains back up to those highs. But then you obviously have way up here. Came low, like this thing came below $10. Like prices like that, I mean, it's hovering, it's like sitting on 10, right? Almost came to like 5, 7, halfway between. So like me, like when I look at it, like I know Chainlink. Like I first bought Chainlink like a long time ago. Like I was in the first Chainlink pump, like huge pump, like crazy. I didn't sell all that Chainlink. Like I've stacked Chainlink since. Like if I told you how much Chainlink I have, you'd be like, fuck. You would be like, holy shit. You would be like, fuck me sideways. You can guess in the chat, but I don't want to say it. I'm humble. I don't want to say it. I like being humble 80% of the time. Let's say. Yeah, this area, like, you've come down to fair value pretty much. I think like a 74% decline is a bear market for sure. You've come down to an area of fair value more, I think, for Chainlink, right? After a 74% decline, right? This is like accumulation time now, I think, for this. Like accumulation time has been like the last 2-3 months for sure. Even now, like accumulation time, 74% decline. Who cares if it goes to 80 at that point, right? It's still like it's a good accumulation with how low it is. You look at this area, it's like an area where there's like fair value. Like we've been in here for the market. We even came close last year. If you look at, this is like from a logarithmic point of view. Is this the full chart? I don't even think this is the full chart, but yeah, like basically like this, think about it, like Ethereum too. Like if you think Ethereum is gonna go back to 4K, 5K, then Chainlink is a great thing to also be betting on. Like if you're a believer in Ethereum, right? Chainlink, there's a direct correlation. Like when you look at like Chainlink, Ethereum, everything that this is all built on too. I'm sure you know since you're saying it's undervalued. Like if Ethereum, like Ethereum doesn't have to even move as much for Chainlink to move more in terms of like percentage. So if Ethereum goes to new highs, breaks 5K, next bull run, That'll be interesting for a coin like Link, because you can see like historically, when Ethereum's strong, Link is really strong. Like there's a comparison here, like in percentage difference. Average like when like 2% here, you can see like 2%. Link can average like 9%. That correlation's there as well. Like, so if Ethereum's like a long-term bet, $6,000 Ethereum, what would that be for Link? Because like if Ethereum goes back to 4K, which if you look at Ethereum, right, it's been in this for quite a bit. If you look at Link, accumulation, consolidation, Ethereum hasn't been super, magnificent like it was in this run up. That's the next run for Ethereum. All right, there you go. Calling it here. Calling it here. Calling it here. All right. That's like a Tom Lee prediction right there. Literally, that's how Tom Lee got his. That's how literally Tom Lee's predicting $62,000 on Ethereum. So then, like, if that ever happened, the guy just took like, okay, I see. That's how he got his 62,500 prediction. I mean, yeah, the Ethereum, if we go back to highs on Ethereum, Link would have like a positive run. Link would be bullish in that. Anytime like Ethereum has moved strong, Link has moved stronger in terms of like percentage. I don't think like it's that part is, I don't think that part's fully there yet. Like undervalued or cheap? Like, is it cheap, undervalued, or is it cheaper, right? Like in the sense of the markets, because one might argue a lot of coins are undervalued, right? I would say a lot of coins are cheap right now, low, right? Because of where the market is. Undervalued, it's number 15. That's good. That's good if you think it's undervalued then, too, because the whole every coin's low right now, right? Might mean you understand a lot about it. That gives it more potential, because the markets, the whole market could be looked like a lot of coins could be looked at as undervalued, right? The market's just not in that stage yet. Like when Bitcoin hits like a $3 trillion market cap, that's where you want, like, you're thinking, okay, where's your chain link then, right? 40, like that's where it could be higher. That next phase, like that, the market's not fully there yet. Stock market bottomed out. Bitcoin has been holding. Bitcoin has been holding. Bitcoin should bottom out this year. Now, previous bear markets have been interesting. Previous bear markets, they've lasted a year. Previous bear markets last a year. So Bitcoin bear market generally lasts a year. Now, you can go watch. I'll give you guys a good video to watch tonight. Because here I'm nice. Here, some of you guys probably here. What was it? Paris Blockchain Week. So Paris, yeah, they did the Paris Blockchain Week. Watch this video. There you go. 10 days ago, 23K views. Look at that, 23K views. More people are watching brain rot. All right. These days, you know what I mean? Go watch this. And here he talks about previous bear markets and how in previous bear markets, the equities and stock market was also bearish. Right now, we're seeing something different. We're not seeing a bearish stock market right now. And we're not expecting one with the current administration. I mean, unless things go back to like full-blown war and everything, like that could be different. Maybe the script changes a bit. Needless to say, but oh man, just got hungry. Here, Paris Blockchain Week just happened. Do it every year. Tom Lee spoke. He did some interesting analysis. Take it for what it is. What the grain. Don't take it for like, oh my God, Ethereum's gonna. He goes into reasoning and math on why Ethereum could go to $62,000 if Bitcoin hits a certain price over time, like, and all this. There's some interesting things to take from this. I mean, he's been wrong before. He's also been right a good amount of times. He's had some good calls. He's been wrong because by now, like, his predictions was Ethereum by now would be at like $6,000, $7,000 by now. Hey man, maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong. A lot of us have been, we've all been wrong and then right. Have you ever been wrong and then right? Anyone know what I'm talking about? I think we've all had times where this is gonna go up and then you missed out and then it eventually went up. Oh, we'll see. There's interesting things to take from it though. Go check that out. Watch this tonight before you watch Netflix. Before you scroll, that 23K views. There's like people. There's like millions and millions of people watching fucking like what these days. What are people watching these days? It's not a lot of views if you think about like there's millions and millions of people watching. I mean, I'm streaming right now, so you can't talk shit, but like streamers like doing like brain rot, like random shit, you know what I mean? Go watch that. Go check that out. He talks about like how in previous bear markets, there was a drag also with stock market. And I mean, Bitcoin is also very tied to the stock market. The stock market being something that is built with a lot of tech around it now. Now we're going into a world where technology, AI, semiconductors, stuff like that are important. Technological or whatever the frig. We're going into that era, that digital era, technology. That what's that meme? I'm trying to say that. I can't say it how the person says it on the meme. I'm gonna pull it up here. I gotta hear it again. I probably haven't heard that thing in a while. That's probably why. What's that meme? There's a meme.
Technologia.
It's technologia, guys. It's techno. Wait, I gotta hear this one more time. Technologia, fam. All right, we're going into the technologia era. That's why the stock market's exploding, because it's full of tech companies, technology, right? Crypto, tech, all right? Eventually it'll, like, see how the stock market looks right now? Like, I can't wait for crypto to get back to that season. By the time it does, like, you gotta understand, most people already went through so much disbelief, fear, extreme fear. On many occasions, we had on October and November, man. Like, October was one of the deadliest events in crypto up to this point. Literally, like, crypto has gone through a lot up to this point. Things that seemed like, because I started in cryptocurrency 2017 when Bitcoin was at $1,200. That's when I started getting into crypto, 1,200. So the amount of times there's been situations where it was like, oh, it's over. This is as bad as it's going to get. Can it get worse than this? Yeah, we had that in October. Like, we had literally October, like November, October this year. It was November 3rd. One of the craziest days in crypto I have ever seen, like, up to this point. I've seen some crazy things, but what happened, like, literally in October, it was October 11th, October 10th, October 11th. That was insane. You gotta think about, like, all the people, like, so many people lost everything. So, on that day, created a catastrophic domino effect. Very catastrophic. Bigger than we've ever seen up to this point. And that singular day did enough damage to the crypto market, right? Just that singular day was insane. That day wrecked so many people. Millions and millions of people liquidated, lost everything, sold everything. Like, you gotta remember what's really big now in 2026. Type in the chat. I want to see what you guys say. What's really big? Type in the chat. This is an important lesson you guys need to understand about money cycles. I've seen a lot in 11 years. I just understand how money transfers. So money transfers. What, like, one thing about money is it transfers. Okay? What's really big this day and age in 2026? What's so popular right now? Two to 3 years in Dagestan and forget, yo. This guy. Facts, yo. AI, yeah. What is big in 2026? Not the answer. AI is big. Friggin' Trump's over there talking about AI with China. Trump's in China, by the way, if you didn't know. He hasn't been there in a while, too. Since, like, what, 2016 or 2017? Gambling and leverage. Gambling and leverage. What do most of these crypto platforms offer? Leverage. Lots of it. What became really big over the years, the instant gratification of now. Because, again, we had phases where we'd see crypto coins 10x, 20x, 100. Like, we've had those phases multiple times. There's times where everybody wanted it, where leverage, a cascade of leverage. When leverage gets so big on one side, right? Something does pop in a way. Because, like, when something's so over leveraged with just everyday people, leverage high, all those people can't get rich. It's just how things work, realistically. It's just the monopoly, right? So you gotta think about it. Like, how many people were like, because up to that crypto was booming, you know? The Clarity Act was getting talked about. Remember, they started talking about the Clarity Act in like May, June last year. So much positive headlines, yo. Like, we were getting such positive sentiment. The headlines were high. The news was just great. Every day it was great news we were getting leading up to those points. It was like, we thought we thought we were about to go into the craziest alt season, right? Most people. But one thing you have to understand about leverage and how markets work, because when people are using leverage, if millions of people are using leverage, right? Not even just people like me and you were using this type of leverage. Like, we had, like, now you gotta understand, like, big players are in, like, big money was using even leverage, like whales, you know, like $400 million accounts going to like, or what was it, like $40 million accounts going to $14,000 type of shit. Like, that type of shit cascaded across, like, even people like that, right? Even like, probably even like some of these new companies, ETF, even like these new whales or new people entering the space, right? Learning about this leverage, right? Because with a lot of with crypto, you can leverage your crypto to get more, or you can leverage your dollars to get more crypto, or you can transfer your crypto over to spot, like from spot to leverage, loan out. So what I think, like, after all my research, I think it was done by design. Obviously, like, after all my research, because like the market was so high leveraged at those times. Everybody was 20x, 10x. Even I lost 50K. Right, I talked about it when it happened. I showed my L's. I even showed how I lost like $48,000. It is what it is. It happens. Well, the next trade's gonna be fucking a big one. You'll see the next trade's gonna be the next leverage one's gonna be a fucking big one. Just know. If you guys remember that. Yeah, so like, you gotta think, like, there's people who went, like, I saw an account that went from 40 million to 14,000. Like, your life is like, at that point, like, what do you, like, you're like, wow, like, that's insane, right? So like, that created like insane liquidation. So up to this point, you gotta think, there has like been like deadly market environments before this point, bigger than we ever seen. Not everyone that was participating then is even participating now. That money gets transferred over. You got to think about all that money gets transferred over and it goes into new hands. The people that were holding their crypto and leveraged it lost their crypto and it's in new hands. Those millions of people that leveraged their crypto, leveraged it to get more, were high leverage, all that crypto just went to new hands. So what does that mean? You got to think about supply. Like, some things I even have like supply to them, like, and there's different exchanges, how much supply is on exchanges, especially even with Bitcoin being only 21 million Bitcoin you know. So like, as like over time the hands change, right? Who's holding the crypto, like these, because you got like, I think like that day was insane. If you were around that time, if you've survived up to this point, like, just pat yourself on the back real quick, because like, if you've survived up to this fucking point, you gotta remember there was like 2.2 million, I think, people like were, I think, like, liquidated. I think we gotta look back at the numbers. I forget exactly, but it was insane, the liquidations that happened. Like, there were coins like that went like just died after, like down, like that started like just that alone. It was like I think it was like 2 million, over 2 million traders like got liquidated, which is insane. Then what happened after that was those same traders and more leverage continued. It continued because it's like, okay, everyone just got wiped out. The cascade, the domino effect continued up to this point. By now, like more than we've ever seen, the amount of money that was transferred from one hand to another is more than we've ever seen, right? So a lot happened. Like these are big things you got to take into consideration. It's like accumulation happened in a different way. In a sense, it's, you know, people who were holding spot Bitcoin and leveraged it lost that Bitcoin. It's not in their hands anymore, right? So yeah, by now the market's left up really bad taste, I would say. But you gotta think like tech, like with the way everything's going, tech. But like that's why I said gambling, because leverage became like this new way of like, okay, I can't afford these coins. I need to make more. Like leverage, gambling, like it's become very like high popular these days, right? So people like that's what like the liquidations. A lot of that came from people having that mindset of just I need more. I need, like, instead of just like accumulating a portfolio, holding over time, and then leverage. Like you got like leverage, you got to use it when you got to use it at the right times. You don't always want to use leverage. You got to use it at the right times. So a point I'm getting to is by now a lot of people got pretty much cooked. Like a lot. I remember like a day, I think it was 2.2 million. Poly market insider trading, there you go. Facts, that's true. And that goes into like even that, like people want to, you know, like I think trading got so complicated for people that it's like we got to predict markets now, like prediction markets. Yeah. Oh, look, like I look at that sometimes. I'm like, man, you got to learn the skill set of trading. Learn the skill set of trading first. It's interesting where things, the direction that things shift into like quickly too. It's like I see prediction market courses now out there. It's like learn how to, you know, like AI. You can like cloud. I saw something with cloud. You can like program and train cloud to literally predict markets and stuff. Seeing stuff like this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is now the new thing, the new wave, prediction markets. I mean, it'd have to be for me like something that's very obvious, has a good risk to reward, very obvious bet. Because if I'm gonna throw like 10 G's, 5 G's down on a bet, it's like, yo, I could throw 10 G's in a trading account and flip that, you know? So the odds have to be like good for whatever it is if I'm betting on something like that, for me, realistically. Like, yeah, like there could be something that's super obviously not gonna happen or gonna happen that, you know, it's a sure bet. Like you might have that instinct. That might be you. For me, like if I'm gonna throw like even if I'm gonna throw $1,000 on something, I might just do it for fun. That for fun. If it's a game, like I've bet on games like Golden State, their last championship, I made 14,000 betting on them. Every game I would bet on them to win. Oh, that was the good. Oh man, the glory days. We don't have those days anymore. Remember Golden State Warriors, their last championship, yo. That was, I bet on that shit. That was fun. Polymarket should have been here then, bro. Then like that. See, Polymarket should, like something like that. I remember betting on that because I was so sure Golden State was gonna win. I bet on every game. I bet on every single game that they were gonna win. that shit was great. When they won, I made my money. And yeah, I made like 14K, and I was like, I went outside that night. That was a fun night. So some things like that might come around. Where it's like, yo, yeah, for sure. But bro, if I'm gonna bet on like something, like I gotta be like, you know, sure of it, good odds, because like I could throw like 5K in a trading account, and I'm more likely to. I think I have better odds taking the trading account to 20K. If I throw 5K in a trading account, I could probably take it to 20K. Better like myself than betting on something, you know. We got the hand to pandemic odds of that. There you go. Oh wow, people are betting on this now. Yes or no? Like what? Like I want to see. Like so, what if I put $100 on yes? Okay, like yeah, like that's good odds. It's like okay, like it's like I look at it like, is that even gonna happen? I don't know. You know what I mean? No is 90. You know what I mean? So there's people looking at this probably like, oh my god, if I put $100, I can make $1,200. I'm like, okay, there's so many. That's betting. That's what betting is. Like, is it gonna happen? Like these things, it kind of makes me laugh as someone who's made millions of dollars without having to do this type of stuff. Maybe if you can code, if you can train like ChatGPT or Cloud or something to figure it out. Maybe you're good at sports betting, you know, maybe something like that. Maybe you're good at sports betting. That could be something. FIFA World Cup winner. So we got France. So like maybe bet on the person, maybe bet on the team that's just not gonna win, you know, like the teams that you just are most likely not to win, you know. Brazil. Like when you look at betting, it's like what's like okay, what team is most likely not gonna win? There's your most probable bet, you know, like what teams are most likely not gonna win, right? If you're really good at this, if you're good at understanding soccer and sports, is like France fucking solid team. Yo, last World Cup was fire. France, that was actually fire. I was watching it on a plane, yo. I was literally flying to Mexico, like literally watching it. And then I get in the taxi, and I'm hearing it on the radio. Literally, me and the taxi guy, he's dropping me at my hotel, and I'm rushing to my hotel to watch it. And the taxi driver's listening to it on the radio. We're both listening on the radio. My cell phone's not getting any service because I just like landed. It was annoying. Brazil, like $1,000. Is Brazil gonna win? I'm Brazilian, so I gotta bet on Brazil I'm Brazilian and Portuguese, so I gotta bet on Brazil. Personally, if I'm gonna bet, I gotta bet on Brazil or Portugal. I'm Portuguese as well. Portugal. Oh, there you go. France, though. France to win. No. Yes. Who's gonna win? Who do you guys think is gonna win? USA. Imagine, bro. That was yo, America. Yo, well, FIFA's it's gonna be in the US, which is crazy. Imagine if USA won. If that's a part of the script. USA wins FIFA World Cup. Trump, make America great again. Trump will be like, we won the Imagine. That'd be nah. Colombia. I got a lot of friends in Colombia. I'll tell them, yo, bet right. And then I'm gonna tell my Colombian friends. Here you go. I got some friends from Colombia. You're telling me if Colombia... Wait. You're telling me. Yeah, but like again, like you could find the teams that are no, but obviously the odds aren't high. You'll make that's where you got to be like a high roller. All right, there you go. You got a high roll. That's how much you got to bet on the teams that are most likely not to win. There you go. You just got to go high roller status. I don't know. Me, I'm Brazilian, so I would bet on Brazil or Portugal or Colombia. Just for the fun of it. But like, I know France is a solid team. Argentina, freaking Messi. If Messi does it again, that's fucking legendary. That's pretty legendary. Does it again? Ronaldo will be like, oof. If Messi does that shit again. Argentina, France. I've watched France. I don't really watch soccer, but I've watched France play. Portugal, Brazil, Colombia, because I just have friends that are Colombian. But now other teams I don't really know. Who's gonna win, yo? When Neymar had the injury, oh yeah, facts. Portugal would be epic, yo. If Ronaldo, like, that would be, my family would be like fucking. If Ronaldo, that's gonna be, oh man. That's gonna like this one's gonna be like an emotional one for soccer fans. Portugal. Who you guys think's gonna win? Say it now. Put your bets in. Let me know. Don't put your bets in. Let me know. Let me know who you guys think's gonna win. I need to know. I'm kidding. Freaking Canada. Jeez. No. How much? Look, what volume is there? Look at the Canada volume. How much volume's in this? Holy. Look at the I just noticed the volume. Because I looked at Canada, I'm like, yo, what? If Canada wins, that's a... Oh, damn. Look at all the volume on these. Oh, these teams, so you just bet on... I'm gonna bet no on all these teams. I'm just gonna bet no. 97 cents. All right. $9. Damn, bro. There's crazy volume on. I just realized that. I just took that in. Who's betting on Congo to win? What? Am I looking at this right? Okay. That is something else now. Look at the volume on this. People just throwing money at this, yo, like wanting a Hail Mary, yo, like People throwing money on this thing, yo. The poly market's going crazy. People probably just throwing $50 here, $100 there, or there's probably some big bets because spread it out. You buy every team. Wait, no. You buy. Okay, you gotta go bigger on some, smaller on some. So you gotta go like, you buy every team. You go some smaller ones, you know. You go some hundreds down here. You put like 100 on. You put like 100 on Saudi. You put some hundreds down here, so they have those big payouts. And then as you get up, you maybe some math to do here. You put some thousands on some other ones, so that by the time you get to like France, the size of your France bet is like not even as much as like, oh yeah. I'm gonna go on every single team. Yes. Wait, I gotta check the rules I gotta check the rules. Wait. Yeah, I gotta check the rules. These things usually have rules. Only one winner? Oh. There's only one winner. Winner takes all that. Whoa, someone's getting. Never mind. Thought my strategy. Never mind. I didn't read. See, you gotta read the fine print. This thing's gonna hit 1 billion in volume. So one winner, like, what's that mean? Only one winner? Like only one team? Let me read this thing. New Rihanna album before people betting on this. The Drake, that's like right now. I think that's right now. I guess that was correct. What's gonna happen before GTA? Bitcoin hits 1 million. When's Grand Theft Auto coming out? I don't think. If Grand Theft Auto is coming out sooner than later, I don't maybe no for that. Trump out as president. New Playboy. This is what people are. New Rihanna album. Crazy. This is what people be betting on. What will Trump say? Six, 7. What will Trump say? Rare earth word TikTok. Will he say TikTok? Great Wall, Forbidden City, hottest farmer. Shanghai, soybean. Sleepy Joe. Yeah, people bet on Trump's words. It's funny. I watched something once. It was like, will he say this like 20 times? And he literally said the word like 30 times. Billions. He said some of the, yeah, it was like he was doing a speech. And it was like, will he say the word billion this many times or millions? And he literally did. He kept saying billions and billions and billions. We will make billions. We've made it. He spoke for like 45 minutes. And in that 45 minutes, he literally said billions like 30 times. And that's what people were betting. It was funny. I was watching it live and I was like, no way. What else we got here? Yeah, Oklahoma. Yeah, Lakers. Yeah, they took Lakers out, yo. GG, LeBron, yo. Japan is going to be a surprise. There we go. All right. That's what I was looking for. All right. Japan's going to... There we go. I'll remember that. Japan's gonna be a surprise. Where's Japan on here? Norway, Belgium. All right. Japan down here. Japan's gonna be a surprise. What's 1,000 on Japan? 1,000 on Japan. Oof. All right. 1,000 on Japan. Japan's gonna be a surprise. They're doing market rebates now and rewards. Oh man, this damn man. Yeah, this shit's gotten crazy. It's the way of the world. It's gambling. Everyone's gambling. If I was really bored, I would I'd have to be really bored. I would just do what? Remember, we could do. Remember binary options? Binary options. If we want to do, we could do. If we want to do this shit, we might as well just trade binary options. That shit was fun. We go that route. Nah. So Japan will surprise is what we're saying. Yeah, gold didn't really yeah. Red candle bearish. This candle's going down. This is where I'm gonna close the trade here now. Yeah, barely moved. Still in the zone. That's a break-even trade for me. I cracked the 400 today, but we're a little bit down. We're a little bit under 400. It's okay. We still got London session loading. I might jump back on in 2 hours. Well, if I don't, get ready for New York session. I'll be live 8 o'clock Eastern time. So if I'm not on for London session, I will be live for New York session. Not really any action right now. London session's loading in a couple of hours. Still going to monitor this area. Maybe we come back into tap 4,600. So going to be keeping an eye maybe on 4,600 level. Nothing right now though. 8 a.m. Eastern time. I will be live New York session tomorrow. A little tired tonight. We'll see. Yeah, a little tired tonight. We'll see. I'm going to keep an eye on the charts. London, like I said, London session's loading a couple hours. We'll see if anything pops up in London. Yeah, I got out of that trade. This candle's flipping, and I want to wait maybe till London or see maybe if it comes down to 4,600. Still in the area. Again, you see this area that I have marked. We're still in that area. It's not a bad area. You might it's what 4610. 46 4610. 4600 area. We'll see. This area could still react. Keep an eye on this. This is all I'm looking at on gold, or like I said, the next area down here. I'm gonna wrap this session up though for the night. That's gonna be it for me. Could be buys in here, 4610, 4600 area. Close that trade because look, that candle's going down. Market's still in my area. It's break even for me. If you see me lose $100 like that, don't freak out. All right. Still setting up in the area. I'm ordering some food right now. Freaking hungry. Ordering some food. It's getting late. Time is it? 12:30. Like I said, London session, couple hours. I didn't have to get out. Fumbled the bag there. I'll wait. Keeping an eye on this zone though, guys. Same zone. Been talking about all session. I'm going to wrap it up here in a couple minutes. Let's see the 4 hour. 4 hours chilling at the moment. Dollar pushing. Yeah, dollar's still strong, so would like a bearish candle on the dollar. That would be great, like a bearish rejection. Yeah, we're still like some bearish momentum. 4 hour hasn't flipped. Like there's still time left on the 4 hour. 2 hour looks all right. Like I said, there's two zones for me. You can see like 4,600, 4,610 maybe. And then right here on this chart, there you go, two zones. 4,610, 4,600. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. We'll see where gold's at. We'll be live on the stream. It's a calm night. It's a calm night. It's a calm night. As you can see, there was some scalping action there. There was a bit of scalping action. Like it's still in the zone. Like I could probably re-enter the trade. Like still probably I might consider. If you're in the inner circle, you might see me drop a signal on literally this setup. If you're inside the inner circle. If you see me drop a signal, it says like, know what I'm trading. It's this setup, you know, this zone, this area. If you see me drop a signal, if you're inside the inner circle, it's this setup. If I drop a signal, it's based on like this area, more than likely. Probably gonna do that. Probably gonna drop a signal, get off the charts for a bit, maybe come back in London 2 hours from now, or like 2-3 hours from now, see where we're at. And yep, what time we got? We still got a couple people on. I'm out though. Hope you guys learned something here, took notes. Remember what I said, 2-3 months, lock in. 2-3 months, that's all it takes. Lock in, apply yourself. It's a calm night. It's kind of a calm, boring night tonight. Yeah, we're consolidating right now. Bit of consolidation happening. You can see it on the 4 hour because this 4 hour candles, yeah, it's consolidating. What to get? Yeah. I was distracted. I was ordering food. I've been a little distracted. I was ordering some food, all right? I was a little distracted here. I might drop a signal on this. You know, this is the chart. Keep an eye on it. I think we will get a bounce today. We should get a bounce or a movement up. Retracement. If you're not looking for the buys, you could even wait for this to retrace. I think it will. If it comes up, this is a good area to keep an eye on. But y'all, I'm out. See everybody tomorrow. Make sure you guys tap in tomorrow and next week. Because we're just warming up. We're just warming up here, for guys. We're just warming up. I took a break last week. If you guys don't remember, I went to Mexico, and I'll tell you, like, if I take a week off the charts, it's like, damn. For me, it's like, damn. When you're on the charts so much, I'm not used to it. got me out of routine. I was sleep like I got fully out of routine. Went to Mexico. Vacations are good, but like I like working. I like being on the charts, working, being stationary. When you're on vacation, like if you're actually on vacation, enjoying time, like when I go on vacations, like it's hard for me to be on the charts. It's hard for me on the charts. Let's say I'm enjoying myself. So yeah, like trading is definitely stationary for sure. You lose like routine if you're on vacation. It's hard to trade for me at least. Like trading, traveling, trading, vacation. Nah, I prefer like being here, trading, trade, travel. It sounds good, looks good, but like I prefer like being stationary at my desk here, quiet. Not have to be on the go. Time zones might be different depending on where you're going. So yeah, like stationary for sure. But yo, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Peace out. Or maybe London session. We'll see. Might take a little nap here, y'all. Long day, tired. Might take a little nap, little trading nap for a London session. I got out of that, chilling right now. Maybe we top 4,600. The candle turned red, so I was just like, you know what? Gonna wait a bit. Could have scalped, like you saw, like scalp was scalping. Like getting in profit is not so difficult. It's like in a sense of you're taking trades. If you take more than one trade a day, like getting in a reaction, that's pretty easy. Like getting in reactions like those small reactions. It's not, like if I'm looking for the big trade, big move. Timing, like there can be a setup here, but timing, like it's understanding, okay, maybe this isn't the right time for it. Let me be a bit more patient. Instead of, like I was saying before, like holding it for a whole stop loss, right? Waiting a bit more, seeing if it sets up again. I got my hoodie on. Yeah, I was worked out before this. Working out again. Worked out a bit today. Going back in the gym. Round 2, phase 2. I took a break. I broke my ribs, yo. People, like, I broke my rib. I tore my shoulder. So, like, I broke my ribs, tore my shoulder, cracked my back. It was pretty rough. I couldn't work out for like 6 months. Now I'm skinny, but still got like, still lean. Broke my ribs, tore my shoulder, cracked my back. GG. It was rough. It was like a rough 4 to 6. It was honestly kind of like a rough 4 months, 5 months. Holy. Yeah, it was rough. It's pretty rough. I'll tell you that much, folks. I'll tell you that much. Talk about it another day. I'm out. Peace. Tap in tomorrow, 8 o'clock, New York session. Might jump on later. Keeping an eye on that 4610, 4600.